Morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been drumming since 1998, and I still got plenty of stuff to work on. In these live streams, I am practicing things that I am not good at or trying to refine. There are over 500 of them with timestamps in the description to show what I was practicing or what kind of a question I was answering. Think of this like office hours. I'm here to practice, to try and get better, and sometimes people come in and ask me some different questions on how to get better as a performer or how to get better as an educator. Because I've been drumming for so long and because I've taught every grade, kindergarten through doctoral students, get a range of different questions. And I've edited those questions and put them in this drumming tips playlist. It has just under 20 hours of drumming tips inside of here and teaching tips. The first thing that I talk about is whatever the title is. So for example, tips on how to practice playing clean. And then if it says and other drumming tips or and other teaching tips, that means that there are more topics inside of there other than that particular thing in the first section of the video. So timestamps in the description to see what the different topics are in case the title doesn't interest you. Now I need to get motivated here from Shia LaBeouf. So the great sage Shia is going to help motivate me. I'm going to hide him from copyright. And we are going to get ready to practice Flam 5 grid. Shia, help me. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Don't know what he's grabbing. Just do it! There's late. Yes, you can. Just do it. Timing's off today. Ironic. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Wow, Shia LaBeouf. I am very motivated now to work on Flam 5s. Now, I am going to be using some of the thousands of free play-alongs that are on my YouTube channel's home tab. Because there's so many of them, you have to click on the header to actually expand to show all of them, like the chop exercises, or the grid variations, or limb independence that I was practicing yesterday, marching bass drum stuff, some drumline cadences, there's sight reading, there's almost about 500 technique exercises, and then here's where you can find the just under 20 hours of drumming Q&A from these different live streams. Again, that's edited, by the way. And then this is the drumming lessons playlist that currently has 23 videos in there that's like a scripted lesson on like how to do something, like how to hold traditional grip or how to play crossovers, whatever. Now, I am going to be working on a grid variation. So I'm going to go to the grid section and click on the header. And it expands and shows a ton of different playlists that are broken down by rudiment. So if you want to work on like book reports, you can do that. But I'm working on Flam 5s. Now the other day when I was playing this, I was doing the triplet version, and I left off at 100 beats a minute with Flam 5 on 1. But there are currently 28 videos inside of here, so there's many other wackier variations. But I'm just doing the basic Flam 5 on 1. I'm going up one click at a time, and click. In the timestamps of all of these thousands of free play-alongs, you can jump to whatever BPM you want. If the BPM ends with a 0 or a 5, it gives you a few seconds to get set up before it starts. Here we go. I'm going to get warmed up. So I'm going to play about 5 reps, stretch and massage. My hands feel lethargic today. Last rep for now. Cool. So now I'm going to stretch and massage. The first one that I'm going to do is stretching the sides of the forearm. So palms up, pull in, push through. And it stretches the sides of the forearms. Now I am late to the stream this morning because of one of our dogs was not recalling. She was just running around, sprinting around everywhere. Refusing to recall, refusing to sit for over 10 minutes. Just kept sprinting around in circles while I stood there. And she was not following directions. So it made me late. Apologies for that. Today, after I finish streams, I will be working on recall training with him. Apparently, they need more work. Apparently. Now I'm stretching the underside of the forearm, so I'm doing it on the pad. It just makes it go twice as fast doing it this way. You can also do it on the wall. The lower you go, the deeper the stretch. But now I'm also going to do the top side of the forearm. So you could do it one at a time. Or on the wall. The higher you go, like a zombie, the deeper the stretch. Or you could do it on your pad like this. Whatever you want to do. Hold it for as long as you feel like you need it. 20, 30 seconds, whatever. And now I'm going to do the last stretch before a quick massage routine. So this is just doing each one of the fingers. My left forearm in particular feels pretty tight today, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I don't know why. Oh, little ASMR. Enjoy that. Ooh, even more. An abundance of ASMR this morning, apparently. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage. So I'm going to do thumb on top and then fingers underneath, just kind of working my way up and down. Depending on how you play, you're going to have different muscles that you're going to be engaging. So for example, if you do rotary motions, notice how my bicep is moving up and down right here. So it's not a strength thing. But if you do traditional grip or Stevens grip, which is the 4-mallet technique, it's going to move your bicep up and down. So you might need a massage there. You might need to massage your tricep. But if you do match grip, then it's going to be just this. So this is not flexing. This is just the muscle. As you move it, you can see it moving. But massaging on it, around it, everywhere else, and then underneath with the fingers. Just trying to loosen everything up. And switch like this. Get nice and relaxed. I do this after I spend a few minutes just kind of drumming, or a few reps drumming. It doesn't need to be super long, so that way I just get the blood flowing. Helps to deepen the stretch and relax the hands even more. So that's why I do it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is massage the back side of the hand with the fingers, and then the thumb will massage the palm. Just kind of working my way around it. And here. And then the final massage is going to be from the base to the tip of each one of the fingers. At least 2 times. So just kind of wiggle your way along it. Try and loosen everything up. I hope Streamlabs fixes the camera bug that they've got. The known issue where it like makes it so you can't have 2 of the same camera. So like this camera is a different camera than the front one. So it's not as high as quality, and it's got like a different like color filter that it's applying to it. So like my forearm here looks different than it does like there. It is not a paid model who is a hand model. It is actually me. Okay, so just warmed up after a few reps. And now what I'm going to do is just continue. So if this is too fast for you, that's okay. You can go slower. So again, the timestamps in the description of all these thousands of free resources on my home tab allow you go at whatever BPM you want. A lot of the 16th note ones start at 20, so if you want to go slower, you can. Triplet ones usually start at 40. And then some of them go all the way as fast as 240. This is only up to 200, but, if you can play Flam 5 grid at 200, kudos. I think there's very few people in the world that could play it at 240. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a lot. Late. Yeah, my left forearm, it feels really weird. It's like super tight, and I don't know why. Like this morning, my muscles in general felt tight, so I like skipped the workout and just did cardio. So it's not from the workout. I need to ice it. It feels inflamed for some reason. Whoops. And by the way, there's a video, here, let me do it this way to show you. So there's a video on my home tab of YouTube. If you scroll down, the thing that I'm practicing right now is a grid variation. Click on the header to show that particular playlist for the Flam 5s. But under the drumming lessons playlist down here, under the tips and lessons, scroll all the way down. The hand routine that I just did to like stretch and massage, this hand routine saved my drumming, quite literally. It has all the stretches and massages that I just did, and some extra ones that I wasn't demonstrating. In like 3 minutes. So check that one out. But this one, what to do 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 5 hours after drumming, it talks about how to recover after drumming. And so one of the things that I talk about in there is like the importance of doing like elevation, where you like put your arms in the air, or icing, etc. And heat therapy as well. So like my left arm feels abnormally tight. And it may have been from my workout yesterday. So what I'm going to do after the stream, probably in between this and the gaming stream, is actually ice it, which helps with the inflammation and whatnot. And then maybe even heat it, which helps with relaxing things. So if you alternate those two things, it lowers inflammation and relaxes by icing, heating, etc. But this has some more suggestions on what to do to recover after drumming and whatnot. So I apparently should have done some of that yesterday, to assist with it, because that is impacting my playing today, which I'm kind of surprised with, because usually like drum kit doesn't do that, which is what I did yesterday. So my guess is it has to do with my workout yesterday. But again, this is under the drumming lessons section, which is on my home tab of YouTube. So you scroll all the way down, it's inside of there, those 2 videos. And then the Flam 5 grid is inside of the grid section. Just click on it, and then it shows you Flam 5 right here. So let's resume. Now the routine that like in the what to do 10 minutes, 1 hour and 5 hours after drumming, that like thing to get rid of the inflammation, is something that I did daily. All of those things at least once a day, sometimes twice a day, when I was doing like all days for like drum corps, or just like practicing 10, 12 hours a day, etc. Back during my undergrad and even during my master's and stuff. But because nowadays I'm like drumming for like an hour, hour and a half on these streams, and then I just work on like other content creation, like the scripting for those lessons and whatnot. I don't really need to do it as much, because my forearms aren't like as inflamed as they are when I'm playing like 10 times as much throughout the day. So if you're drumming a ton, definitely follow the routine. But if you're like drumming like an hour or so a day, then you might not need to follow it as religiously as like I used to when I was doing all days. So context is important. My thumb came off a stick twice. My left thumb is tightening up a little bit. Overcorrected. Yeah, so my left forearm is so tight right now. It's creeping into the thumb as well. The thing with like your drumming is if you have a shoulder harness that's like not fitted properly, it can like create tension in your shoulders, which can create tension in your upper arm, which creeps down in your forearms and your hands and your fingers. So it all is connected. So you got to make sure you also relax your shoulders and whatnot. But I do that with my workout routine, the upper body, before I do these streams. So if you're noticing that you're tight in your forearms, it might not be the forearm. It might actually be your upper arm, or it might actually be your shoulders that are tight. And it's just kind of creeping its way down into it. So relax everything with your body, and it'll help out with your drumming. But yeah, my left forearm is super tight today. Weird. Might need to make this a shorter drum stream, which actually works out because of my dog failing to recall this morning, making me late for the stream. And I have like a couple of videos I need to record, a couple of scripted drumming lessons. One of them's on the 4 different stroke types for like 2 height drumming, and then for like drumline. Then another one is on like relaxing those. So stay tuned for that to come out. Okay, let's see how far we can go today. Thank you for the sub. If you're here for the drum stuff, home tab of YouTube, click on any one of the section headers. Literally thousands of free exercises. Bad attack. I like 3s. Jeffrey, good morning. Now, you notice that today I started at 100, but if you go back a couple of streams, for these Flam 5 streams in particular, I started at 40. I do this for so many different exercises. I've crossed the 500 plus streams that I've done. The majority of it has been practicing slow. Is it because I'm bad? No, it's because I'm refining my technique. I've been drumming for almost 30 years, and I still slow these down to 40, sometimes even slower than that. If the BPMs are able to go that slow, like the 16th note ones, is so I can refine my technique. And so went up one click at a time. And this is like the 3rd stream of doing that. And it's significantly better than it was. The things that I was focusing on in particular was like the thumb, making it so that it was maintaining 4-point contact on the stick, just nice and flat, as opposed to moving to the tip. That's an exaggeration. So trying to keep it nice and flat with the stick. And then also making sure I'm not playing with a German approach where I am flattening out my wrist like this. I want to have that American slope like I've got with my right hand, but because I marched traditional grip for high school, college, and DCI, I'm used to playing this way, or at least was for many years, and now that I'm playing match grip, my left hand does not match my right hand. So that's what I've been working on by slowing this thing down, and just going up one click at a time. It is not a sign of like you being a bad drummer if you're playing something slow. In fact, it's a sign that you are trying to become a better drummer if you practice something slow. So do it if you want to get better. As Shia LaBeouf would say, do it. Yes, you can. Make your dreams come true. That actually reminds me. I've got a video for that. For anyone who's curious. So if you go into the drumming lessons section, again, this playlist, bottom of my home tab, there's a video that I made that is called I'm a Pro Drummer, but don't know how to... I'm a pro drummer, but practice like a beginner. Why? It's 2 minutes. Check this video out. I'll sometimes get like people coming to the stream who be like, you don't know how to drum because you're playing slow. Actually, I know how to drum because I'm playing it slow. But this video unpacks like why I do that, practicing it slow. So check that out if you're interested in it. But there's also other ones, you know, like how to speed up any rudiment. Talks about not only the mechanical things to do to speed up a rudiment, but also the mental things to do with reframing how you're thinking about it. And if you're like, what? Watch that video. It's 2 minutes, 38 seconds. It's worth your time. If you want to play faster, do that. Here we go. Speaking of playing faster, 128. Wow. Did you miss the stream? No, you didn't. But I am going to end early. One, because I'm late because my dog did not recall for over 10 minutes. It was probably closer to 15. But two, I got to record some scripted videos later on today. So it'll be a shorter stream. My forearm's feeling super tight, so I don't want to push it too hard today. I don't know why that is, so I'm going to like not push it. Just going to play at nice, comfortable tempos. Tempi is technically plural. But yeah. Every now and then you like to do this buzz. Yeah, there are some buzz variations of there's a whole couple of playlists for different grid variations for buzzes. But if you do it with the Flam as well, so it's like a buzzed 5, that'd be good. But you could also do it with 3 strokes. So you could like, whoa, my thumb came off. I screwed up. If you want a challenge, go for that. There's under the chop section, there's a shopping spree that's all 3s. This but backwards and reversed and off the left, and the rudiment is on the 3rd partial. You joke, but there you go. So Flam 5 on 3 with the 1-2-4 accents is backwards, and it's on the 3rd partial. And you could just play it off the left. So if you want to work that up, go for it, Tyler. I got you. It's in the Flam 5 playlist. Just scroll down a little bit. All right. Whoa. It was at 134, right? Why did it jump to 171? YouTube, are you feeling okay? It's like play faster. Okay, so I want to do the next 5, and then I'm probably going to call it here because I don't want to overdo it with my forearm feeling tight for some reason today. Cool. Now that spree that I was talking about, that like goofy version, if you go to the home tab, it's under the chop section. So inside of here, under chops, it's in the shopping sprees. Now you notice there are some sprees that are missing. I'm waiting. It should be this week. There's supposed to be a resolution to like a copyright strike. That kind of am waiting on in the background. And it's supposed to be at the end of this week. So there should be some more sprees added in here within a week or so. So stay tuned for that. But if you scroll down to stock shopping spree, but I replaced diddles with 3s, this was kind of like an April Fool's joke. So these are Flam drags. These are cheeses. These are Flam 7s. So it's basically your stock shopping spree, but it's with 3 strokes in there. So if you actually want to work that up to like play Flam 7s instead of... You could literally work on this with this particular variation for cheese inverts, if you want to. Instead of... Maybe for next year on April Fools, I'll do like a 4-stroke version. Flam 9s. This year's April Fools is going to involve Susie. You'll see. If you scroll down, there's more stuff. This is where I was practicing today. I would have gone faster with the grid variations, but my forearm feels weird. So what I'm going to actually do is like call it here. And I'm going to ice it while I like get ready for the gaming stream that I'm about to do. But there's tons of stuff in here. Tomorrow I'll work on limb independence some more. We'll get into some wackier stuff and trading off between some different limb independence exercises. And then there's the technique stuff. There's tons of sight reading things. And there's just 12 seconds shy of 20 hours of drumming Q&A inside of there. And then inside of here is the drumming lessons playlist that I was pointing out some of these earlier. So the ones that are specifically saying that you could focus on that were relevant were I'm a pro drummer, but practice like a beginner. Why? And then the 2 down here that are related to like recovery and keeping your hands healthy. So this hand routine saved my drumming, and what to do 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 5 hours after drumming. So check those out. Highly recommend them. Can save you Literally save your hands. I almost had to stop drumming until I started doing this routine in here and following the things that I talk about in here. So if you're interested, I'd highly recommend watching those videos. It will take you like 5 minutes total, and it'll help you to be able to drum when you're old like me. Now, I'm going to get ready for Yakuza, Like a Dragon. Really enjoying the game so far. It's very goofy. But if you click on the gaming section, just like any of the other sections on my home tab, it expands and shows you all the different games that I've streamed. But Yakuza, if you want to see it from the beginning, you can do that there. But anyways, I'm going to call it here. And I'm going to go ice my forearm. So I should be on in probably about 15 or so minutes. But tomorrow's drum stream should be longer, as long as my dog follows directions. So stay tuned for that. But I appreciate you all. If you enjoy these free resources, just share it with somebody else. And if you don't enjoy these free resources, then share it with an enemy. Goodbye.